Welcome to Medical Device Global Market Access by Pure Global. Today we are diving into a critical update from the US FDA that impacts all medical device manufacturers preparing marketing submissions. On August 3, 2026, the FDA finalized its long-awaited guidance, Content of Human Factors Information in Medical Device Marketing Submissions. While the finalization itself is significant, the most immediate and practical impact stems from the mandatory updates to the Electronic Submission Template and Resource, or eSTAR, which became effective on August 1, 2026. This means that any submission after this date must comply with the new structure. The core of this new guidance is a tiered, risk-based framework that categorizes devices to determine the necessary level of human factors engineering, or HFE, and Usability Engineering, or EU, data required for a submission. This replaces the previous, more uniform approach with a system that tailors documentation requirements to the device's potential for use-related risks. The framework establishes 3 categories. Category 1 is for devices with the lowest risk, where the manufacturer can provide a clear justification that no HFE UE data is needed. This might apply to devices with very simple user interfaces, or those where use errors pose negligible risk to the patient or user. Category 2 applies to devices with moderate risk. For these, manufacturers must submit a summary of HFE UE analyses and results, but not necessarily a full HFE UE report. This summary should demonstrate that a robust usability engineering process was followed. Category 3 is for devices with the highest potential for use-related risk, such as life-sustaining equipment, combination products, or devices with complex user interfaces. These submissions require a comprehensive HFE UE report, detailing all analyses, studies, and validation testing. This change affects every manufacturer planning a 510(k), de Novo, PMA, or HDE submission. As of August 1, 2026, all new submissions must use the updated eSTAR template, which now incorporates this 3-category framework directly into the human factors section. Navigating this new section is crucial for a successful submission. The eSTAR portal will prompt you to select your device's category based on your risk analysis. Your selection will then dynamically populate the required fields. For example, selecting Category 3 will unlock sections for uploading the full HFE UE report and detailed validation data, whereas selecting Category 1 will require a robust written justification for the low-risk determination. The burden of proof is on the manufacturer to justify their chosen category. So what are the immediate practical steps your team should take? First, we recommend you thoroughly review the finalized guidance document. Understand the specific criteria the FDA uses to define each risk category and the examples provided. Second, conduct a comprehensive gap analysis of your current HFE UE standard operating procedures against the new guidance. Your internal processes for risk analysis, formative evaluations, and summative validation must align with these updated expectations. Third, your regulatory team must become experts in the new human factors section of the eSTAR portal. We advise not waiting until you are ready to submit. Explore the template now to understand the data entry requirements and document upload functionalities for each category. Finally, reevaluate the risk profile of your entire device portfolio. You need to proactively classify your upcoming submissions into one of the 3 categories to properly scope the required HFE UE activities and resource allocation. A misclassification could lead to requests for additional information and significant delays in your review timeline. This shift by the FDA emphasizes a more tailored and risk-centric approach to usability. It rewards manufacturers who integrate robust human factors principles early in the design process and requires comprehensive evidence for high-risk devices. Failing to adapt to these new eSTAR requirements is no longer an option. It is a direct path to submission deficiencies. If your team needs support navigating these new FDA requirements or developing a global regulatory strategy, please check out Pure Global. We specialize in helping medtech companies achieve and maintain market access worldwide. In the description of this episode, you will find links to free AI tools and our global regulatory database. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next time.